We are back in business, people. Here we go. All right. Let me just open up this Tokyo Ghoul rechatter. But sorry about this, guys. The update took a really long time. When I tried to load up the camera and also the mic to Google Hangouts, like it wouldn't read it at all. So I was like, what the fuck? And I couldn't figure out what it was. So I was like, maybe I need to restart my computer because that's apparently what people are saying. And while I was restarting my computer, it went through this really long update. So yeah, that's why it took so long. But we are finally back in business now. Everything seems to be looking good. Let me just make sure that you guys can hear me. Yep, you guys can hear me. Sweet. All right. Let me just put my mic up here though, because actually my mic was on the floor. But hopefully you still heard all that. But yeah, today we're going to be reacting to Tokyo Ghoul Re Chapter 118. So I haven't really heard much about this chapter, but I'm assuming that just due to last week's chapter, it would probably be a Furuta focused chapter, maybe. I don't really know, but we're going to dive into this and see what it's like. And also, guys, just to let you all know, we're going to get back we're after this what am I trying to say? Excuse me. After the chapter that I go over, okay, after this read-through, I will then go to your comments, and then we will discuss it. If there are any comments at all, we will go ahead and discuss it in the comments section, so don't be afraid to comment. Let me hear your overall thoughts, so that way we can pretty much analyze the chapter together. All right, so let's begin this. We're on page 1 of chapter 118. Good news. Oh, we got a little cover spread right here. Okay. Furuta's on the cover. You're going to continue on living, but you've never even experienced death. I've heard a similar quote like that. Live in theater. Tokyo Ghoul, the second arc, live stage performance this upcoming summer. Okay, so they're going to have a live performance. 22 million copies of the series in print. Thank you. The brand new Volume 10 is on sale and readable online now. Nice. 22 million copies of Tokyo Ghoul. That's fucking amazing. The live-action film will release countrywide, wow, on Saturday, July 29th. Wow. Really? Now, that's interesting. That's actually very, very interesting. Huh. Well, I'm going to check out the film regardless, but I'm not really, holding high expectations for the film. I'm just going to check it out just to see how it is. But yeah, that's just my stance on it. All right, so let's actually begin this chapter. So let's skip page 2. All right, so now we're on page 3, the actual chapter. Let's begin. Hey now, screwing around like this. Why is he doing that? His name's Furuta, right? Wasn't he teamed up with Kuma? He's putting on a hell of a show. Is he sane at an awful time like this? Furuta, what the hell are you doing? Today is the day for a party. Bureau Chief here speaking. Today I'll be introducing a new force in the CCG. Come on. Oh. Who's that? Oh, wait, hold on. Who is that? Furuta's right there. She's looking over. Who is... Got some children. What? What the fuck? Is it child ghouls? These are the O-Guy. They're newly created QS squad. Did he just say Quink squad? I didn't hear anything about this. The previous bureau chief Yoshitoki was in charge of the QS project. Though there was a lot of objection to this project, the fact that it has given birth to such outstanding personnel such as S2 squad leader, first class Udi, outstanding personnel, serves as solid proof of its utility and importance. And so I took it upon myself to carry on the will of my predecessor by taking the QS project to the next level. They are that next step, these O-Guy. Now allow me to show you proof of their merits. Bring him over. Oh! Whoa, what? What? What the fuck is this? What? Sasaki? I say Sasaki? Wait, what? The Arima killer. Was he captured? What did that happen? Ugh, by Furuta's squad? Sasaki. Wait. Alright, now I'm getting confused. Wait, what? Question. Did you take on the name of the One-Eyed King and command the army of clowns? Kick him. Damn. This person betrayed the CCG and aided the ghouls. He is a heinous criminal. This person betrayed the CCG and aided the ghouls. He is a heinous criminal. And this team of cute young children captured this long-standing traitor. Peace on death. Now, we shoulder their deaths. What? What the fuck just happened? What? Yo, they start fucking beheading? Yo. Obviously, this dude is an imposter, though. No, it's a lookalike because we know that Hayase Sasaki is actually Kaneki. So this isn't the real Hayase Sasaki right here. It's a double. It's a double, man. It's a double. We shoulder their death and bring peace to us all. Damn. And those despicable clowns mixed normal citizens within their ranks, using them as meat shields. Such a reprehensible and foolish plan. From this moment forth, the CCG will direct all its might into the exterminating every last one of them. Our objective is complete cleansing of Tokyo. Complete annihilation of all ghouls. Please lend me your power. It's time to strike back, or it's time to party. Yo, look at that fucking face, that grotesque face of Furuta. Yo, that fucking looks, yo, shit, dude, that fucking looks insane. That freaking page right there, man. All right, let's go. We're on page 10 now, guys. Ugh. To on listeners, those cheers may have sounded as shrill screams. Damn. These were investigators that, as a result of having unfortunately killed regular humans and thereby losing their morale, became frail and therefore easily swayed by this strange power and the ritual displayed before them. These poor souls were in no short supply among the ranks of the CCG. The weak wished to surrender themselves to the strong, and as Bureau-in-Chief Advisor Yui bore witness to this spectacle, he realized something. The CCG was done for. Yep. Being attached from the inside. Yep. Let's see. Translation note. The JP could also mean disposes of Sasaki. Okay. CCG deals with Hayase Sasaki. Now I wonder what this is all about. Seems like our king is dead as a doornail. Execution. Hey, his picture's in the paper. What's it say about him? It's all over the net as well. It seems to be a grand spectacle and needed to make a show of the recently implanted new system. Remember how the previous CCG was closed off and secretive and didn't really like disclosing any information on their internal affairs to the public? Don't you think this method fits the present generation better? Keeping the public updated with lots of news releases and stuff. Even if that news is fake. Exactly. My boys. You think maybe they'll suddenly come and say, he's actually alive? Stupid Yama. Nishiki. Young Master Tsukiyama over here might not be familiar with this fact, but we ghouls are dismally weak at these sorts of things. We cannot wage information wars, nor can we manipulate impressions. We simply have no place and no grounds upon us which to argue our position. A dead man and ghouls tell no tales, you know. What a shame. Goat had such managed to give everyone buzzing with its flippant, carefree modus operandi. But now I bet they're all settled down. This low-key really sombers you. Nah, it's actually pretty high-key. This kind of news. Fewer people are going to want to help us. Yep, exactly. Where's Kaneki? Haven't seen him. He's probably mourning over his own funeral. He's right there above. King, is this a ghost I'm seeing right now? Takizawa, yo, he's right there. What next to Takizawa? No, don't worry about it. I'm marked as a dead person in the world too. I think of it as an opportunity. Damn, everyone now knows of my existence. Now is the perfect time to make a move. On top of that, Furuta is also telling a huge lie. In this case, I definitely have the advantage here. The question is, how do I outwit him? You're more optimistic about this whole thing than I thought you'd be. Well, when you face near-death experiences nearly every day, the idea of your social death doesn't really faze you. Takizawa, thank you for saving Amon. It's not like I did it for your sake. Well, anyway, I've completed my job. Anything that you do or what Amon wants to do, none of that is related to me. From now on, I'm just going to lug around this body of mine and live normally as a ghoul. Hey, I bet you don't really care about humans and ghouls coexisting together, do you? It feels like you have some different motive, am I right? Oh! Whoa, 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 whoa. Kaneki touching his chin. Yo, in part 1 of Tokyo Ghoul, Kaneki's friend told him straight up, or told, actually, I think Toka it was, right? Told Toka straight up, maybe it was something different, but I'm just saying Toka for right now, that if Kaneki places his hand on his chin, it's a lie. And it's probably not too different from my own. That's the feeling I'm getting. Yo. Did he just freaking... Yo, he has some other motive rather than the coexistence of ghouls. If that's the case, no, that's definitely the case. He's that's a sign that he's lying. Like he's gonna lie to Takizawa. So hold on, let's go to the next chapter, or excuse me, the next page. Excuse me. Oh, the fuck is he doing with his hand? Something that was left in my care. Give it back to Amon for me, will ya? Oh, he threw something at Kaneki. See ya, King of Goat. Oh, I'm not taking it. It's just a small chain, and yet it feels so heavy to me. Has a cross on it. Fine, whatever. Takizawa, it's because you're completely empty inside that if we don't tie you down with a chain, you'll go off and die. Damn. Yo, those words, though. Those words. Damn. All right, we're on page 18 now. I fell asleep again. My strain just isn't coming back, huh? Heisei, he sounded so pained. What day is today? Rashima, that was already a month ago. Maristella! Oh. Yo, look at Amon there holding up the cat. Yo, dude. Look, yeah, long time no see. Thank goodness her pet cat is there for her. Yo, that's fucking awesome. That's fucking awesome, dude. All right. Well, doesn't really seem too much like is going on in the chat, actually. So we really don't have any comments, which is actually very surprising. So I guess, you know, we'll just briefly go over this chapter since, I mean, I guess we're not really going to discuss much since no one's really in the chat box. But for the 4 people who are watching, we'll go over the chapter for quite a bit. So let's see. All right. So we begin going off of this stage performance that Furuta is obviously giving off. And Heisei Sasaki ends up coming into the stage. And we know that this is not the correct Kaneki, because as we know, Heisei Sasaki is in fact Kaneki. It was like his different personas, so to speak. But this person right here is definitely a double, who is taking the role, I guess you could say, of Heisei Sasaki. He's a doppelganger. Did Kaneki do this? Was this intentional of his intent? Like, that'd be actually very surprising if that was the case. So there's that to keep in mind. But apparently this dude ends up getting beheaded, and now Furuta thinks that he has finally killed off Kaneki, or Heisei Sasaki. And his complete goal now is to destroy the CCG from the inside out, which we have already known. So there is that. As far as everything else, we can skip over. Now, we get a little talk with Kaneki and also Takizawa right here. And apparently, like, from what it seems is like the two are on equal terms as of right now, which is good. But the thing that really catches my eye in this page 8, no, not 18, 15, page 15 of this chapter, is Kaneki doing this. Now, we know that either he's just resting his hand just to think about this sort of situation that Takizawa is talking over, or maybe he's actually just doing this, okay? Like he's, you know, doing this, okay? Just either way, okay, he's placing his hand on his chin, and as we know, this can be taken as a form of a line for Kaneki, because that's what Sui Ishida made this apparent regarding Kaneki's friend. Kaneki's friend technically told Toka, or whoever it was, that if Kaneki ever does this, that means he is lying. So this panel right here has to mean that Kaneki, you know, is thinking about, he's definitely thinking about something. He's definitely been found out by Takizawa, so to speak, or either he has a grander plan rather than just the coexistence of ghouls and humans. So that's very interesting. That's something to take into consideration there as to what ulterior motive he has as well, like grander than the coexistence of ghouls and humans. I'm very excited to see what exactly that is about. As far as what I can think of, not only the coexistence of ghouls, but maybe even saving the CCG and letting maybe ghouls run the place, and also the humans. I mean, technically the humans and ghouls coexisting with each other. He definitely wants that, but maybe even change the CCG in a way, because we know that, you know, Furuta wants to destroy the CCG. Kaneki has to take down Furuta, and in order to do that, he has to save the CCG. So there could be a possible change that he wants to bring for the CCG, or just in Tokyo, or wherever this is. Yeah, Tokyo. Excuse me, Tokyo Ghoul, duh. Or Tokyo in general. Like we really don't know, but we'll see. We'll see what happens later down the line. So. But Takizawa says that it's not too different from my own, but I do know what you're thinking. So Takizawa has an idea of what Kaneki's thinking. And we see by the end of the chapter, really, that Akira finally wakes up, and now it seems like she is going to finally talk to Amon, and actually they're going to have a reunion with each other. So yeah, this is going to be interesting. It's almost like as if all these characters, I mean, technically it is, all these characters are just getting reunited with one another, whether the good or the bad, you know, it's really interesting. So I like this chapter. I like it. It's more progression. It's definitely hyping things up regarding Furuta's grand scheme. And especially it's foreshadowing later down the line what Kaneki has in mind for his ulterior motive when it comes to the series in general, like what he exactly wants to accomplish. So I'm very interested. I'm very interested to exactly where this could lead later down the line. So let's go ahead and check it out. Oh, we got one comment. Okay, so Lost Life says the Heisei is probably a clone made from Donato's finger or Uta piercing. That could be a possibility. That could be a possibility. Yeah, Uta could probably clone. Actually, yeah, that's right, because doesn't... I don't know, I could be wrong on this, but I think Uta actually has gotten his head cut off before, but it was a clone, so he would be able to regenerate that back, so maybe that was just to intimidate Furuta's audience within the CCG. I could be completely wrong on that. But like you said, Uta could probably have done it. Donato could probably use his DNA in order to form a clone. I don't really know. So there's that. Or maybe even Kaneki ended up coming up with this scheme in general just to have someone else, you know, take his position. But at the same time, I highly doubt that Kaneki would do that to someone else, because that's just not his intention, you know. Kaneki does something for a reason, but I don't know if he would go that far as to kill someone off to save his own life. You know what I'm saying? So maybe, I don't know, maybe you're right. Maybe you're right. I think the Uta thing is more, you know, something to take into consideration. Yo, what's going on, animal? Excuse me. Voice crack. Yo, what is going on, animal lover? Have you read the chapter already? I have. I just basically recapped it already. Basically, we have a little bit of foreshadowing between Kaneki within this chapter. He touched his chin, so that's foreshadowing as to maybe Kaneki has a grander scheme of actually, you know, accomplishing something regarding maybe Tokyo in general. Not only does he want the coexistence of ghouls and humans, but there is also something that we don't know that he wants to accomplish all around. So there's that, and then there's also, of course, Furuta finally taking his plan into fruition. And as Lost Life says, the double that appeared in this chapter of Tokyo Ghoul, where we saw Heisei Sasaki, that was the freaking beheading of him was most likely intentional, that Furuta devised in order to intimidate the audience. So, and we do know that Furuta and Uta are actually working together. So, yeah, that would make sense if Uta actually cloned himself to be like Heisei Sasaki, and then he gets beheaded. Because I think, like I said, I could be wrong, but I think Uta has gotten his head cut off before, and he has actually, you know, regenerated himself, so to speak. Because, I mean, we did see Mitsuki, or Mutsuki, however you want to pronounce it, actually basically defile Uta's body. You know, it took on the form of Heisei Sasaki, of course, but Mitsuki basically defiled its body, defiled Uta's body, the corpse and everything. But we do know that Uta's still alive. There's no doubt about that. So if that's the reason, I think maybe Sui Ishida, because of the fact he showed that, there is the possible reason as to how exactly maybe Uta has come back. You know, in that sort of role. So, because we do know that he's not going to go out like that. We do know that. So, I'm interested. I'm interested to see what's going on here. But let me go back ahead and read the comments. KK, not much is happening with me. Oh, okay. His end game may not be achieving coexistence. Blew my mind, right? Right? I agree. What did you think Amon at the end? I thought Amon at the end was very funny. Akira just wakes up and she's like, "Where's my cat?" And then Amon, so it's like, "Here you go. This is your cat." And she's like, "Oh, haven't seen you in a long time." I'm like, damn. That's their little reunion. I haven't seen you in a long time. It was just so nonchalant, you know? I just thought that was hilarious. Lost Life. It's just speculation, but yeah, Furuta has the control over the CCG with Kaneki news-wise dead. Kaneki has a good chance before Furuta true goal. Has a good chance before Furuta's true goal. Yeah, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. We know that there's going to be, you know, we technically have the CCG, technically a war zone right now. So, I mean, Furuta is taking his plan into fruition. Finally, Kaneki is going to have to make his ghouls that he, you know, all these people who he has basically teamed up with, they're going to have to take on the CCG and its, you know, various other members in order to take out Furuta in general. So, and Furuta wants the death of the CCG in general. He wants to completely destroy it. So in order to take out Furuta, Kaneki is technically going to have to save the CCG. But first, in order to do that, he has to take out Furuta. But I think his motive, his other motive, rather than the coexistence of humans and ghouls, is, you know, that there has to be something in the CCG that he wants. I don't know, maybe in the CCG they can come up with the technology they have, maybe they can actually come up with some sort of device that can actually cure the ghoul, like kind of like an RC suppressor drug that is so suppressed that it actually kills the RC cells, the ghoul cells within the body to make the person human. But then again, I don't think that would make much sense just due to the biology of the ghouls and all that. So I don't know. I could be wrong. I'm just speculating here, guys. So don't take every word I say true. But yeah, Furuta is insane. What's going on, Usama? Yep. Oh, I noticed that too. I noticed that he touched his chin. I didn't even see Chibi's video, but I'm assuming that he noticed that as well. So he did indeed touch his chin. When Takizawa says that his plans are different, Kaneki touches his chin, which means he is lying about something. That means, it basically means that he has an ulterior motive, and Takizawa knows that he has an ulterior motive, despite the fact that he wants the coexistence of humans and ghouls. So we'll see what it leads down to. Ishida for sure did that on purpose to do something. It's gonna happen. That's exactly what I said. Maybe Kaneki wants Hide or something. What if he suspects Hide isn't dead or something? You know what? That would actually be interesting. What if they are actually what if they are actually keeping Hide away as a test subject for ghouls maybe? Hold on. Because the only reason on how as to why I could say they recovered Hide's body, even if he is alive or not, I don't really know. Maybe Kaneki does have a feeling that Hide is alive, but I have no idea at the same time. But maybe Hide is being the one experimented on in the CCG. It would be actually kind of interesting if we actually see a freaking friend-on-friend battle and all that. But maybe he's being experimented on. He's being used as a test subject, so to speak, for the CCG. And basically the little conspiracy that is going on in the CCG in general. So I don't know. I mean, we'll see where it leads. We'll see where it leads. We have no exactly any idea right now as to what Kaneki is thinking, but definitely it's something that we can speculate. Like, there's a lot of things, a lot of possibilities that Kaneki could be thinking right now, and where Hide is at. We haven't seen Hide at all in Tokyo Ghoul Re, besides, a few glimpses, and technically I guess you could say Kaneki's mind, but that's really it. Or maybe he wants a cure for ghouls. That's what, I said that earlier too as well. I think it was before you actually came in. I was like, what if maybe he wants a cure for ghouls? Like, or actually, didn't I just say that? The RC suppressor thing? I think I just said that, yeah. Kakuho needs to be taken out while all RC cell compressors inside it that could cure the disease. Then they could launch it into space or something to cure all ghouls within the Earth. I mean, we'll see. We'll see. That's one thing I came up with mind when it comes to the cure. But at the same time, like, I think that, like, speculation that I came up with, it would probably be a little bit contradictory because of the fact if Kaneki wants the humans and ghouls to get along, to coexist with each other, to work together as, a form of humanity, why exactly would he need a cure, so to speak? Unless if you want to cure the bad ghouls and tainted ghouls or something like that. But I mean, I don't know. There is definitely some other ghoul, the other goal that Kaneki has in mind. So I really don't know. It has something to do with the CCG, I believe, though. Let's see. We don't know that it's lying, though, Kaneki. Sometimes he touches his chin when hiding something. Could be that he wants to live for. Hide did say you will find a reason to live, but we will see. Exactly. There's various other things. So we really don't have solid, concrete information as to right now. Excuse me. We definitely are going to get... Oh, my hair is wavy as fuck today. Holy shit. I recently got a haircut, but my hair is wavy as fuck right now. Oh, my God. You know what it's probably from? It's probably because of the fact that I woke up out of bed like a few hours ago, and I didn't even notice my fucking haircut right now. And also, I was outside, and the wind probably cut. Wow. My hair is fucking hilarious right now. Definitely take a screenshot of this if you haven't already, and make a caption on the video and say, aliens are real. Wasn't there a freaking picture of Chibi like that? Anyway, I'm getting off topic right now. I've always been a supporter of Hide's death in TG. Not stay on task, Miles. Yo, I'm sorry about that. I've always been a supporter of Hide's death in Tokyo Ghoul, but not gonna lie, it would be cool if he came back. I agree. I want to see Hide as well, because I don't even think he's dead as well. Because Sui Ishida made it look like Kaneki technically ate him in a way, but there's just no way. There's just no way. There's no body. We haven't seen a body. So he's not dead. He's definitely not dead. Because in any form of literature, like a character is not confirmed dead unless you see a body. Even actually, not in literature, even, in real life, murder cases. If there is not a body that is discovered, the person is dead. Or not dead, excuse me. It could be MIA. So, I don't know. Anyway, confused as where Taki was. Right? What is Kaneki's end goal? What is Kaneki's end goal is the next question, obviously, arc we should focus on. Yeah. Amon is looking fairly good after being tortured, turned into a ghoul. I'm surprised he isn't freaking out or anything. I agree, especially that how demonic he became, like in that one, or actually a couple chapters ago, excuse me. Like, he was like, holy shit, how the fuck are you going to control him, dude? What's with the hair? Sorry, it was a lot better looking than before, okay? I'm sorry about that. He'd just be like, I don't want to deal with this ghoul stuff. I'm going to step out. Yep, that's technically what Sui Ishida did. No, but Sui Ishida is definitely keeping Hide up to some, keeping Hide under the shadows for some specific reason. And it has to do with the CCG, I'm assuming, because there's Furuta, Uta, connected. They're conspiring together, everything within the CCG. They want to technically destroy the CCG in general, or at least Furuta does, while Uta, I guess, has some other plan. Kaneki has to stop them at the CCG, and CCG in part 1 of Tokyo Ghoul technically started the whole cafe raid with the ghouls in general. So everything, if you think about it, basically the point I'm getting at is that everything is centered around the CCG, especially in Re. So there's something underlying in the CCG that is hasn't been discovered yet. We do know, though, that the CCG has changed drastically from what it once was in part 1 of Tokyo Ghoul, because they are actually using Ghoul's DNA for some of the CCG members to increase, I guess, their powers in a way. They can actually create powers, they can fight off other ghouls. It would make it a lot easier than, using certain weapons, that way they can fight them one-on-one or whatnot. But there is definitely something else out there, and probably Kaneki has an idea of it. So I don't know. We'll see. He can't be a ghoul, could he? I'm talking about Hide here. Hey, they might be experimenting on him for some reason. Hide had a lot of information regarding Kaneki in general. He already knew that Kaneki was a ghoul before the end of Tokyo Ghoul, like about halfway, I would say, because of how, Kaneki was just never in his sight anymore. So he obviously had a grand idea as to who Kaneki was. That is why he actually started working for the CCG, to see if he can find anything else about Kaneki's whereabouts. So, that would destroy Kaneki. He blamed himself. Yeah. Messed up more Kaneki than he already is. Sui Ishida needs to do more cover posters. Like, seriously, damn, this chapter 1 is sick. I agree. The Furuta one is sick. Animal lover Kaneki is getting ruptured physically and mentally almost every day. He's already near death every day. Most characters are. His art has improved so much. I agree. Kaneki just needs to die at this point. I feel so bad for him. That's the thing that I stated earlier on in Tokyo Ghoul, like even in part 1. This is a tragedy series that Sui Ishida has created, and 99% of the time in tragedy series, the main character dies. In any tragedy form of literature, at least I would say 90 to 99%, the main character dies. So we'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But if that's the case, when we see Kaneki's death, the series will definitely end, but it will leave off on a good note and basically say that Kaneki, was the savior of Tokyo in general, especially when it came to the humans and the ghouls And now finally, you know, ghouls and humans finally coexist with each other and finally live in peace, so to speak. But then at the same time, just due to Sui Ishida's writing, it's probably not going to have that happy of an ending. It's probably going to be bittersweet, you know, that sort of thing. So, you know, we never know. We never know. Kaneki just needs a girl on a quiet life. I agree, man. That's why he needs Toka. That's why he needs Toka. CCG versus Gota. So true. Probably isn't going to happen, though. Yeah. But yeah, I mean, we've been on this for how long now? 35 minutes, it seems. So I've been on this for about a half hour now. Do you think Kaneki x Toka will ever get together? Depending on where Sui Ishida goes with this series, like how tragic he wants it to become, then he already has. If Kaneki doesn't get killed off, then maybe something will become of Toka and Kaneki. But that's only if Sui Ishida doesn't kill him off. Okay? Because, again, like I said, this is a tragedy series, and 90% of the time, main characters die. So, in tragedy series. So, Kaneki versus Furuta will probably be the last fight. 40 chapters left, just a prediction. We'll see. We'll see. Oh, so you're saying, like, maybe, okay, you're saying around maybe 150 or so. I hope so. Furuta is just a great big, oh, wait. I hope so. Furuta is such a great big baddie. I love villains with the personality. Props to Ishida. I agree. He gives each character characterization, and that's something very good that a writer has to do in order to create a very compelling story. But yeah, I think that's about it for regarding the chapter. We discussed a lot, actually, compared to the other streams, I would say. So I'm happy with this stream. I'm actually a lot happier. Hopefully we can get a lot more people to come by these Tokyo Ghoul streams. Because like they definitely have gone fun now. They definitely have been getting fun, and Tokyo Ghoul Re is definitely starting to wrap up from here. So very soon at least. So it would be awesome if we can actually get more people in to, you know, I guess react and read through the chapters, you know, together for the overall experiences of the last chapters left of Tokyo Ghoul Re in general. If you get what I'm saying, that would be cool. Boy, I hope so. I always fear TG will go on hiatus just like Hunter x Hunter. Furuta and his Let's Party in Takizawa with his chain were my favorite parts. I agree. That was awesome. But yeah, guys, I think I'm going to head out of here now. Thank you all for joining the stream. Hopefully, I can catch you all in the next stream of Tokyo Ghoul Re, and maybe even in my other videos. That would be sweet. But yeah, I had a lot of fun in this stream. Good chapter of Tokyo Ghoul, as always. It's basically just setup, but it also foreshadows another ulterior motive that Kaneki has, and basically it's just showing Furuta's plan going into fruition. So, yeah, thank you all for joining. I'll catch you all in the next one. Thanks for watching.